jobs here at home, internationally by Skype or by whatever the method of communication chosen is, but they're coming home. And we want, ladies and gentlemen, we want this recovery to come home, to come into our houses, so that our people can feel it. That's our challenge. That's the choice the people must make on Friday. Because we know from 5 years' experience of having had to make really difficult choices, hurtful choices in many cases, and people still hurting. My message to the elderly, to the vulnerable, to the low-paid, to the unwaged, to the sick, to those who have concerns and anxieties. I know that the second phase of government can be one where we can translate that recovery into kindness and consideration and compassion and results for people in all of these sectors, because you can do those things when you've got a strong economy. And there's a way of building that, and we've moved the country in that right direction over the last 5 years. So over the next 5 days, when you go to canvass and knock on the doors, I want to say to you, the Dubs are never beaten until the final whistle. We know this to our cost down the west. We're training hard to come back at you, but not to worry, we're good friends on this occasion. I would say to you people, to this great city, our capital city, being transformed before our very eyes. Start out abroad. I want to see Mitchell O'Connor and Bailey. I want you to work for them every minute of every day. I want you to do the same for Madigan and for Shatter. I want you to do the same for Dermody and Brophy and Warren. I want you to do the same for Keating and Fitzgerald. I want you to do the same for Varadkar and for Noon. I want you to do the same for young Rock out there. I want you to do the same for Farrell and for Riley. I want you to do the same for Bruton, for Nisha O'Murray and for Stephanie Regan. I want you to do the same for Catherine Byrne. I want you to do the same for Pascal Donoghue, and I want you to do the same for Claire O'Connell and Owen Murphy here in Dublin City. I want you to go and prove it. Stand by these people, they will stand by you. Be not ashamed to canvass for any of these candidates, because they will stand up for you, for your family, for your city, for your county, and for our country. I think the relationship we have built abroad with so many other leaders came to fruition again the other night, when 27 leaders said to the British Prime Minister, we will give you the facility to go and ask your people for a referendum on in or out, because we believe it's in Britain's interest to stay and give them that opportunity. And Irish workers in this country will be defended, protected by us, and we want them to have their counterparts across the water vote in that referendum and vote to stay in, because it means so much for the plan that we have laid out here. Thank you for that, and thank you for the work that you do for these people. Heather is here from a different constituency. Charlie is here from a different constituency. Normally when he speaks at Fine Gael meetings down there, he says he was talking to all these other leaders abroad, the United Nations. Who else have we got? Simon Harris here from Wicklow, yes it is. Have we got anybody else? We have a few more, I know we have. They're from outside. Where are they? They're here anyway. Somewhere. So I just want to say to you that look, the last 5 years have been in many ways the most challenging period of my life, in the sense of facing into the situation that we faced into. But I have to say, with the colleagues that we've had here, and with the participation and indeed the work of the Labour Party, we brought this country very much in the right direction. I want to finish that job. I want 5 more years, so that we can say we've put Ireland right up where we know it can be. We point out there are storm clouds out there, be it China, be it Brexit, be it Syria, be it migration, be it oil fluctuations, be it currency fluctuations or whatever. We need to be strong, to be resolute, to be resilient. We need a government that is stable, that's capable of making decisions in Ireland's interests. And Fine Gael have the plan and the opportunity, with your continued confidence, to do that. Look on the other side. Are disparate groups no plan, invalid figures, others who would simply destroy anything we've built up here. And that's the opportunity for people to make their decision. So when they get to Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, I hope the people of this country will ask themselves, who am I going to vote for? What party or none am I going to vote for? What am I doing when I vote? Do I look at my own family, at our kids, at our children, at our grandparents, at our parents, or whatever? Where do I want my country to be in 3 to 5 years? Are we to go the way that others went, of uncertainty, of instability, further elections and so on? I believe the Irish people will make their minds up to continue on a road towards prosperity, towards employment, towards opportunity that can be delivered from the Fine Gael plan. Because what we want essentially is to create those 200,000 jobs, lessen the tax burden, invest that back into the community. So those who have a job will be better off, those who want a job will get a job, and all other sectors of society can benefit from having that strong economy. So we can build the primary centres, we can invest in the hospitals, we can have more home care packages, we can have more home help hours, we can employ the teachers, we can equip the Gardaí and keep Templemore open and keep them coming out trained to do their job on the streets. All these things are possible. All these things are possible with a strong economy. I have to say, and pay a compliment to you all for the work that you've done over the last number of years, for the resilience that you've showed, for the way you put up with me, for the decisions that you've made and the way you've introduced this. And I want to see all these other candidates, or as many of them as possible, grace the chamber of the Dáil to speak out for the people of Dublin, to speak out for what our party stands for, to point the way ahead with all the people of our island, all of them, young, not so young, the senior years. Today, at Kilbahan, across the road, the man said, "Will you come and see my mother? Will you come and see my mother?" 95. She sat in her chair. She said, "I was always with you, and I still am." When we were leaving, after all the hassle and the babble and the talk and the lights and the cameras, she said, "Would you like a cup of tea?" Isn't that who we are? Generous, welcoming Irish people. We welcome all our new citizens, all those who are working for us, all of those who have taken out our passport, our stamp, our personality, working for us. It's in all our interests, all of us, to see that between here and Friday, 10 o'clock, the people understand the choice that they make. Because I know, in any job you take up, you'll always learn something. And people I suppose often assume that when they get a new responsibility that they think they might know the answers, but they don't. Human nature never changes. It's always got the next challenge, always got the next problem and the next difficulty. And I'd like to think that what's been learned here collectively by these ministers and by others around the table, we can make that change, make that shift. So when you go to battle with those who say, "We were in charge for 14 years and now we're ready again to take charge," don't give them that chance. They wrecked the house before. They're back knocking on the doors now saying, "We're clean again. We've been absolved. Everything is fine. Give us a chance." Well, don't give them the chance this time, because they've got to earn it. And you won't earn it by false figures, and you won't earn it by hypocrisy, and you won't earn it by reversing engines. Micheál Martin believes in water charges. He believes in water charges. His programme was for €400. Flat charge, no remission, but populism inserts itself into the pages of the mind. These people also believe in contributions for property charges. These people also believe that what they put in their programme is hype, and false figures that will not stand up. And if they're going to form a government or attempt to form a government with the Sinn Féin party, and I understand that half the Fianna Fáil party might like to do that, well then you can understand yourself what's out in front of us. So my proposition, again, is for Fine Gael, the Fine Gael ministers, the Fine Gael supporters, to join with us, re-elect the government, give them a further 5 years, and let's finish the job that they gave us the mandate to do 5 years ago. So here in Dublin City, in Dublin's fair city, where all the people do their job, we want to see that every person of disadvantage, every person with a concern, every child with an anxiety, a good government and a strong economy will be able to provide a better life for them all. What else can we do? Isn't that what our job is? Listen to the people, act in their interests. So go out of this building, reinvigorated, enthusiastic, committed, because I want you to understand that we want to be in government for the next 5 years. We want to continue to deliver for our people and for our country. And this party, on 3 occasions in the past, had to rescue this economy for having been driven over a cliff by other parties. We have it back on the highway. We want to keep it there. If it comes my way on Saturday to lead this government for the next 5 years, that I will do the same diligence, commitment, perseverance and resilience, but also understanding and consideration and humanity and kindness for the people that we have charge of. That's your challenge. In Dublin, go to it. Do not give up until 10 p.m. on Friday night. 10 p.m. on Friday. Choices then made. Governments govern, the people rule. This is the beauty of a democracy. Our challenge is continue to express those sentiments to them. Move them over, bring them with us. Give them a chance. We've got some brilliant people here, some brilliant candidates who will serve in politics for a very long time if you give them the opportunity. So 5 more years is the opportunity and the prize. It's not for us, it's for the country, for the people. I believe, with everything I've learned in 40 years of politics, this is the most crucial decision that people will make. The last 50 years determines where our country goes. Make your mind up time. It's coming on Friday. And for us, it's a privilege, it's been a privilege, to be your humble servants. And we respectfully request continued support the people of our country to re-elect a government that will, without fear or favour, work in the interests of the people, all the people, of, by and for the people. We'll be judged by you. We're confident of your trust. We're confident of your support. We're confident you'll put us back for a second term to finish the job and the mandate that you gave us. Thank you very much indeed.